everyone watching on YouTube, welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Not sure how long this session is going to be and how many videos are going to result out of it because my internet is being as horrible as it usually is, maybe even a tad worse. What time is it? I think I missed Faroche already, but we're going to try and get to Faroche because I still need to do the Spring of Courage. But anyways, hopefully my stream doesn't crash again, because it crashed right before I tried to start, and we're going to see how it goes. But today, our focus is side quests and shrines. I want to get to 100 shrines, which we're 3 away. We're going to be 2 away as soon as I get the Spring of Courage done. We're going to... What am I going to say? I want to get to 100 shrines before I just use a map to find the 20 shrines I'm missing. And then we're also going to do side quests. I want to finish all of the side quests before we go deal with Ganon, preferably. I probably missed Faroche. I thought he would be spawned anyway, but it doesn't look like he is. Wait a minute, does he spawn at midnight or 1 a.m.? I can't remember. I'm really hoping he's about to come out of the water, because that'd be really handy if he did. Faroche! Faroche, I need you! Please. I was saddened to... Oh, no, I was looking at chat instead of the thing. Oh, Faroche did spawn. Yes, happy day. Or night. Whatever. I was saddened to hear you won't be streaming until, like, Forever Chaos, especially because we won't get to see Super Mario Odyssey streamed. I'm still going to do Super Mario Odyssey. It's just going to be on YouTube. Sorry, that's how it is. I'm not about this constant stream crash and whatnot life, and I enjoy YouTube more than streaming anyways. Like, streaming is fun, don't get me wrong, but I much prefer YouTube. So, if Twitch is going to actively make it harder, my internet, not Twitch, but if streaming is going to actively be harder on me than streaming is, and less rewarding as well because of the fact that quality isn't as good and all that, then I'm just not gonna bother with it. Wyatt, if you tweet me any pictures of you having a sunburn, I will ban you from my Twitter account. Don't think I won't. Rivali's Gale is actually, like, really... Yeah, I was about to say, Rivali's Gale is unnecessary. I don't need to use that. Because he's going to give me wind anyways. Where's my good dragon music? There it is. Hey, Faroche, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you, as always. I'm low on normal... Oh, no. I'm lightninged. We good. We good. Where'd the thing go? Up there. Up there. That's fine. I can get over there. Come to me, magical scale of the dragon. I will be taking that. The wind is pushing my dragon scale. Get back here. There we go. Hey, you. How's it going? I have the Master Sword ready, I think. And my nose is itching. Worst timing. Faroche is going to give you wind Kappa face. Lone Wolf, like, that's possibly the worst joke I've ever... I wouldn't even constitute that as a joke. It was just, like, a waste of typing. Oh, that was, like, the worst possible time for that to happen the way it did, but I got my boy Daruk anyway, so who cares? Get out of here. That was a complete waste of Daruk because of those stupid arrows, and it took 2 Daruks. That Wind Cleaver is gone. This is why I'm not a... He's over here. I'm not a huge fan of Daruk's protection always being active, because sometimes it just gets wasted on stupid stuff. I'd rather there be a button I have to click to, like, toggle it on and off. Like R3, what does R3 does that? What does L3 do? L3 makes me crouch. There's gotta be a button on this controller that I could use to toggle. Ganon couldn't hear my call. That's good. There's gotta be a button that they could have put to toggle. Maybe, like, you double tap ZL. Like, double tap the shield button. I don't know. I would prefer there be a button to toggle it on and off. It's good to see Lone Wolf is being Lone Wolf. That's debatable. Right here is going to be the fastest way to get to the thing. Did I miss the plan for this stream because I had to reload from chat crashing on my freaking face? That sucked. That's just how Daruk's protection works, I'm afraid. Well, yeah, I understand that's how it works. I'm just saying I think it would be much better if you could toggle it on and off. I know there's no way to fix it, otherwise someone would have told me already. But the plan for today is I want to get to 100 shrines, because if I can get 100 of the shrines on my own, I'm fine looking at the location of the last 20. because I know I'm never going to find all 120 without some form of help. Not without taking a very long time to weed out the remaining ones, at least. So I want to get to 100 shrines, as well as I want to get some side quests done, specifically back in Gerudo Town. Because we need to start... Other way. We need to start wrapping those up. Wait a minute. This way? Yeah. We need to start wrapping those up before we go and fight Ganon to the death. That is the plan. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Alright. Droog's protection is for fall damage, guys. Gets to places faster. But I love gliding. What do you can negate all fall damage by pressing X just before you hit the ground. What do you mean negate fall damage? I would have been happier if Droog's protection hotkey was holding B while guarding or something to that effect. That would also be good. Don't forget the DLC. I'm going to do the DLC after I beat Ganon. And I'm probably, in case you haven't figured it out, not streaming the DLC that comes out in, what is it, December? I'm going to stream the DLC that's already come out, the Master Trials. I'm going to do the Master Trials as a stream thing. I don't know if it'll take me more than one stream or not. I imagine it may take me 2 or 3. But the other DLC I'm going to do on my YouTube channel like I normally would. Here we go. Spring of Courage. Let's get out my Feroce scale. Where's the Feroce scale at? Wait a minute, I forgot where the scale is supposed to be. Oh, there's, here it is. Wait, I had 2 Feroce scales. Did I get one last time and I forgot? Have I already gotten this? No. That's confusing. Ganon will annihilate you, Chaos. The horse will crush him. If Ganon is anything like all the Ganon Blights I fought in this game, then he's literally going to be a joke. It's going to take me, like... Your path has shown itself, now go for it. It's going to take me, like, 10 minutes to beat Ganon. Definitely one of my biggest complaints about Breath of the Wild. You know, I have some small nitpicks here and there, nothing major. But probably one of the biggest issues I have with the game is that the bosses are way too easy. I'm pretty sure I beat every Ganon Blight without dying except the electric one. And I died to the electric one once and then figured out his gimmick and beat him the second time. No, the King of Evil will. I'm still not sure if you're talking about Ganondorf or my horse Ganon. It could be either one. You will be glad that you got all the Divine Beasts? Probably. But yeah, definitely one of my biggest issues with Breath of the Wild is that all of the bosses are too easy. None of the Ganon Blights have been a problem. I don't think I ever had trouble with a Hinox, except maybe the first Hinox I ran into might have been a little bit of a challenge, but other than that, no. Thunder Spear with critical hit. Nice. What weapons do I have on me right now? I'll get rid of the Great Thunder Blade with the, critical up for a Thunder Spear with critical up. I'm cool with that. Electric weapons are awesome. Anyways, give me my Spirit Orb. The Lionels aren't what I would call easy, at least not for a long time. Okay, 2 things about that. First of all, Lionels aren't that bad once you learn how to fight the specific Lionel. They're tough maybe the one time, but they're not bosses. You run into Lionels multiple times. They respawn. That's not what I would constitute as a boss enemy. They're just a really strong, normal enemy you can run into. I'm talking about bosses, one-time fights that are really difficult to go through. There aren't any in this game. Or even, I would count the Hinoxes as bosses, even though you can run into, like, 3 of them in the world. But there's only, like, 3 or 4, and they have giant health bars. They, like, go up across the top of the screen. I have more difficulty fighting Lionels than all the other bosses and mini-bosses in the game. I agree to that wholeheartedly. Lionels are the most difficult enemy in the game, even including bosses. Granted, I haven't fought Ganon yet, but still. But even then, like Lionels aren't... I feel like it's just pattern recognition with Lionels. Like, the first Lionel I had a lot of difficulty with, but then I learned its pattern and beat it, and then the second Lionel version I ran into, like the Silver-maned one or whatever it was difficult for sure, but, again, I just kind of... I had to fight it for just a little bit. I think I had to use Mipha's Grace, and then once I understood its pattern, it was pretty easy to get by. Lionels are tougher than most of the bosses in the game, but you don't play this game for fighting. It's for the adventure and exploration. Now, I completely disagree with that. First of all, there is a lot of adventure and exploration in this game, and it's great. That's one of Breath of the Wild's high points, is adventure and exploration. I absolutely agree with that. It's a very high point for Breath of the Wild, and I do very much enjoy it. However, I really like the combat system in Breath of the Wild, with flurry rushing, and even though I don't use it very much, parrying, and dodging at the right time, and using different weapons, like being able to switch between different weapon types, and having all these different weapons that have different effects and whatnot between lightning weapons, fire weapons, etc., etc. I think that the combat in this game is a very good reason to play it. It's a fun combat. I enjoy the combat style of this game. But what time is it? I missed Enrawl, dang it. He might still be there. Let's go check. Where does he spawn? Right here. I think it'll be better to go here. I'll be up higher. But, the combat is really good in this game. It's fun combat. That's one of the compliments I have for this game, is that it's fun. So, I disagree that, you know, you don't play it for the combat, you play it for the exploration. I play it for both. I enjoy combat in this game just as much as I enjoy, exploration. Probably even more so for me, as the way I play personally. I know some people enjoy the exploration aspect more. I probably enjoy combat more than exploration, even though both are very high points. What else was I gonna say? Is What's-His-Face still here? This is further away than I realized. It's probably a bad place to spawn to try and catch him. Don't see him. I think I missed him. Unfort. But yeah, I absolutely disagree with the concept that you don't play the game for combat, therefore it doesn't matter if the bosses are really easy. I think you absolutely can play, that's a Korok I've already gotten, you absolutely can play this game for its combat. And it's a bit of a disappointment that the bosses are so easy. I didn't mean combat, I meant fighting bosses. Well, no, I still disagree. I play this, yes, Dinral is here. I look forward to fighting the bosses. Well, I did look forward to fighting the bosses until I found out that I couldn't fight the dragons and that the bosses were so easy. I would very much enjoy it even more if there were harder bosses in the game. It would be a lot of fun. Hey there, Dinnerall. How's it going, man? It's been a while. How you doing? Get up nice and close. Horn. Easy. I'm on fire. We good. We good. When you enjoy a game's combat system, you want there to, or at least in my experience, you want there to be good bosses to fight. That's how I see it. I would love this game even more if it had more challenging bosses. The Ganon Blights look awesome, by the way. Don't get me wrong on that. I like the look of the Ganon Blights, and they're cool concepts. They're just too easy to kill. You may have missed Inral. Nope, got him. Just barely. Lionels are not bosses, they are resource spots. I agree. I wouldn't really call them resource spots, maybe, even though they probably give really good resources. I'd still call them enemies you face, but... My point is that this game has really fun combat, and when you have a game that has good combat, you want there to be good, challenging bosses to face. I didn't mean to fall off the edge there, but I did. Where am I going? I don't remember. What am I doing here? I was trying to go to the Great Fairy. I don't know where she is. That way. I looked in all the wrong directions first, but I think I'm still going to make it. We're fine. But, what was I saying? I can't remember. Oh yeah, when you have a game with good combat like this, it makes you want to fight challenging enemies. There really aren't any challenging enemies in this game. Maybe the first time you fight, like, the Silver Lionel, you could call it challenging. Maybe when the first time you fight a Lionel type is fairly challenging. I'll give the game that. But, like, every other time you run into a Lionel, it's just like, well, this is just rinse and repeat. I know how to beat the Lionel because I fought it that one time. Now I know how to take it down, no problem. maybe not no problem, but relatively easily. This game just doesn't have, like, good boss fights, and I think that's a bit of a takeaway from it. It kind of diminishes it a little bit. It's still a really good game. That's just something that I wish they had. To be fair, Zelda games are known for combat systems, story, and puzzles. That's exactly what Zelda is known for. This is the first Zelda game that is this open-world exploration type. Zelda used to be best known for being dungeon crawler, combat system, puzzle solving. That's what Zelda was up until this point. Have you heard that Revelations is coming to the Switch? Revelations what? Resident Evil. Oh, I don't care. First of all, I hate horror games. I don't hate horror games, I'm just not a big fan of horror games. Therefore, I don't really care for Resident Evil, and I'm pretty sure Resident Evil is out on, like, PC and PlayStation and whatnot, so I would never get it on the Switch over those. Combating in this Zelda game is good, the other one's not real. I completely disagree. I very much enjoyed combat in Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. I thought I detected the fragrance of a young man nearby. Oh my goodness. Do I have the... Oh, I think I still need Silent Princesses, don't I? Yeah, I do. Chat, where can I find Silent Princesses? I need 7 of them, apparently. May as well upgrade this a little bit. Rather upgrade the pants than anything else. Flamebreaker boots. Yes, yes, I know. Set bonus. Yada, yada. May as well go ahead and level up all this other stuff we have that we can, because why wouldn't we? Near the Master Sword's altar is a good place to grab Silent Princesses. That means I have to go to freaking Korok Forest and deal with all of the frame loss of particle effects. Get this to max, apparently. Is this max level? No, it's not, because she's not taking me down into the ocean. The Master Sword pedestal or the first great fairy next to the Kakariko village. Got it. Thank you, chat. Bitrate actually looks pretty stable, and I have not crashed the stream yet. That's good. I need stealth fin. That's right, I remember this now. You need the stealth fin trout thing that I don't have any, and I'm not going to go find. I'll level up the helm once. I swear, it seems like whenever I start streaming or recording lately, my nose just starts itching like crazy. I hate it. Is there anything else? I'm not doing this because it just takes away diamonds from me, and I'm not going to do that. Yeah, alright, we done. We done. Let's go get the Silent Princesses. I'd rather go to Kakariko. I hate chat freezing up for me. I don't know what the deal with that is, Flair. I'm sorry, man. I know the feeling of internet issues, believe you me. I know what it's like. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna find 2 more shrines at. I probably have some shrine quests that I can do, actually, to figure it out. There will be no more Mario Kart 8 streams, Chaos. I'm only streaming Breath of the Wild until I get new internet. And as soon as I'm done with the Master Trials, I'm done streaming Breath of the Wild until I get new internet. So no. There are going to be no more streams for me at all until I get my new net. After I finish Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I'm just sick of putting up with this. Plus, you know, the quality of my streams isn't bad, but it's not great either, so I'd much rather get back to streaming when I can have much better quality. These are blue nightshades. These are not Silent Princesses. Is there, like, somewhere nearby here that has the Silent Princess? There's some... Wait a minute. There are some Silent Princesses down here, aren't there? No, I think this is still blue nightshade. Yeah. Either I don't know where I'm looking or chat is mistaken. Let's just go to the Master Sword pedestal. Have the streams really been crashing that much? Yes. There's 1 or 2 behind the fairy fountain. I need 7 anyways. I haven't streamed Pokemon Coliseum in 3 weeks. 2 of them were because my internet would crash instead of stream, and 1 of them because it was my friend's internet crashed. I've had at least 2 Zelda streams crash early, and I think 1 Zelda stream just crashed entirely, and I couldn't stream, period, that day. It's horrible. I'm tired of dealing with it, honestly. Oh my goodness. I hate when the Switch lags. Like, come on, Nintendo. I know you're better than this. Actually, I know you're not better than this, because your consoles always have trouble with, loading and whatnot. But it's like, this is so bad. So bad.